Hello guys, it's Paula back here to show you open a Happy Mail. This is from my new friend Margie. She was watching one of my videos the other day, and I was using some twill and couldn't quite think of the name of it. It had been a long time, and I just had a little scrap piece, and I ended up loving it. And so she messaged me and said that she had a ton of it that she would never use, and she wanted to send it to me, and I so appreciate it. Thank you, Margie. Okay, let's open it up. It's just some twill in here, and she sent me a really cute little card. But this is the twill, and I know every one of you have used it, but it takes special type projects, I think, to use it. It's just white, or it's kind of a creamy color, but it's perfect for tags. And then she made me this really cute little tag out of my absolute favorite paper collection of all times. I can't think of the name of it, but I do know that it's Graphic 49, and it says something to crow about. And then she did this cute little image of the crow behind the barbed wire fence. Margie, just so you know, she did sign it. I love this image, and I made the most beautiful cookbook for my sister, who likes chickens and roosters and so forth, out of this paper pack when it came out in a paper pack. It was double-sided. I also made a canister set out of this particular set of papers. That's a story for another time, but thank you, Margie, so much. I appreciate it. I will use this. I will use this tag on the first thing that I can that will work with it. I'm going to actually take the tag out so it doesn't get stuck in there, and it can't be with my embellishments. So I really needed the twill, and I appreciate it. All right, so moving along, I have had an idea, and I don't know if I've seen it somewhere or I've done it before or what, but I was thinking large tag that you can journal on. Now, you can make these as tall as 12 inches if you want one. I don't think anybody has a journal that's 12 inches tall, but in other words, you can make it the height you want, but you always want it to be the 12 inches of your paper, and you want to run it the right direction. Now, you can have the band on this side, or you can have the band on the right side. Now, this one is like a 4-inch height, 4 inches by 12, and this is 6 by 12. I figure those are good sizes to fit into journals. If you're doing like a traveler's notebook, you could make it as tall up as, you know, your traveler's notebook. So the height is no limit, but the width has to be 12 across. So I'm going to show you these two that I made for this fall book. And what it does is it gives you extra journaling space. So we're going to fold it out, and I'm going to show you. You just lift right here, and it's tucked under this little strip that we have glued here and here. But when you open it up, I'm going to turn it around so you can see. When you open it up, it's a tag. See? It's all in how you fold it. So I usually score, whenever I'm cutting this out, I score up 1 inch and then fold this over to glue here and here to give it a little pocket to tuck your tag under. So once you're at that point, you're just going to fold it completely in half all the way up to the top, and then you're going to fold that back even with this side, and you have this really cool, and you can decorate it any way you can. You just use your imagination. This particular piece of paper I wanted to put in the fall book, but it's not double-sided. But that's okay because it has a lot of white journaling space. Or you can journal on the back. You could even add some white paper or coffee stained or tea stained on these other sections. But I wanted this one to be fairly simple. So it just has felt and one of Tim Holtz. It's not really a true butterfly, but not butterfly, but sunflower, but it kind of has a little bit of a look. I just tied a little string around it here and let it just dangle down and do its own thing. And on the second one I made, I got a little more into it, and this is the main cardstock, and it's a thinner cardstock as well. Then I added a strip of that last paper right here, and you can just see there's a border around it. I did muslin with a little tag and rickrack that says Happy Day. Cut out a leaf and cut out an acorn and just gave it that fall look. And then I'm going to take it apart here. It pops out. And then it comes out, and you have all this. So let's get started. This is the giant tag, and what you do is you cut it to 6 inches, and then you cut off the edges like a tag. You want to cut one side, flip it over, and cut the other side. I'm using double-sided paper on this one. You score at 3/4 to 1 inch on the end, and we want to fold it down. Now you can do these any height you want. You just got to make sure they're 12 inches wide. You can do them from either direction. You can do them from this direction, or you can do them from this direction. Okay? It gives you a lot of extra journaling space. And so, I'm thinking I want to do them this way. So, we're going to glue right on the very edge, because you want it to be like a pocket tuck. You don't have to go crazy or anything, just enough glue to hold it down. And yeah, and then we're going to fold that down, hold it for a second, let it dry, and then make sure there's not any excess glue. You can flip it over. Make sure there's no glue here on the sides. Kind of rub it. You want it to be nice and attached. Okay, so I wanted mine from this side because I wanted this picture here to be upright. So it would actually be from this direction. What you're going to do at this point is you've got this 3/4 to 1 inch glued down. You could do it on either side, but there's nothing, no creases or folds in this portion at this time. So I just kind of line it up on my board here, and then I'm going to bring this over. You're not going to tuck it in. You're going to line it up with the very edge, and then get it folded down right in the middle, just as like it was a tag you folded in half. Now, the cool thing about this is it's not going to flop around because you're just going to tuck it in. How neat is that? Now, because we folded it to the right, now we want to fold this to the back. And this is how simple this is. Sorry guys, we had to have a part one and a part two of this. My video cut off, and I just didn't have time today to redo it. Okay, so here's how it looks. Pretty much decorated itself. You want to be sure and ink the whole thing. And I'm going to take it out and show you how it comes out. Now, if you wanted to put like a little heart or a little flower or something there to hold your paper in, you could, but it really is not going to need it. You just slide your hand in there, it comes out. Tuck it back. You can fold it this way, and you could add some journaling paper, or you could add some journaling paper, or if you use light enough color paper, that will suffice as far as journaling goes. Now, I wanted to decorate it a little bit. I mean, after all, that's part of the fun. Yeah, you want to make sure it's creased really good. Okay, so I've got my flowers here, which I thought looked really cute. So I was going to do something simple. So I think I'm just going to glue the raffia, or raffia, everybody says it different, right here. And that's going to be how simple it is. You could put lace, you could put rickrack, you could put washi tape, you could do whatever. Now remember, I just decorated on these, I just decorated with felt, a Tim Holtz image, and a string. On this one, I did it more autumn. I did it on brown paper, took this strip and put it on the folded down edge and cut out a acorn and a leaf. A little bit of rickrack, and it says happy day on some muslin. So you can do it from one extreme to the other. But on this one, I really like these little bows, and I've only used one so far, so I thought that's going to be on there this time. Now, obviously, it's going to have a little bit of a dimension, and you might not like that, but it doesn't bother me in certain, you know, you can always slip it out and put it where it will glue down. You just want to make sure you center it. And just hold it for a minute. If we have a minute. Somewhere along the way, I'm going to insert a picture of the puppy. I haven't really got a great picture of her yet. I do have a video of her playing fetch. I may put that on as a separate YouTube video just so you guys that have asked can see her. She's quite a mess. Okay, now we've got this all ready. And of course, I've also got glue seeping out on one side, which is not going to matter because this is going to be, you know, I'm just going to wipe a little bit of it off. It's going to need all the glue it can get to hold it down because it's a little on the heavier side. And if you get glue under here, you want to make sure you get it off before it has time to set in. And I kind of scratched it, so I'm going to add some ink. You can add ink to all the edges like this. I didn't, but I think it would look good. So everything can kind of be inked. And there you have it. An extra large tag, scored and folded over 1 inch, tucked, pulled over, tucked, creased, fold back the other part of the image. Here's the tuck section. Fold this under, and it's almost like a little billfold, only it's ready for our fall book. All right, guys, thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, or 2 videos, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe. We've got a lot of neat things planned. After I finish this leaf book, it's going to be Hitting the Battle for Christmas, Little Golden Books, and I have a ton to make, and I think there'll be something for everyone. All right, here you go. Enjoy your weekend. Bye now.